Alright guys, welcome back. Apologize, it's been a while since I've done a video. I realize I've been really busy with just my general teaching that's picked up again in schools and privately. Also been battling a little bit with sort of slight mental health issues as well lately, so it's been a bit tricky to balance everything out, but hopefully I gradually should be back on track and being able to do a few more videos as we go along. Anyway, I wanted to today do a breakdown of the solo by John Petrucci on Invisible Monster. I did a playthrough, a sort of a quick cover of it yesterday. You can check it out on the link below. Please guys, if you can as well, I'm just gonna ask you if you can keep subscribing to my page. I've had a lot of new subscribers, which is really cool. We're short about 300 subscribers at the moment, so if you can get me up to about 300, that'd be fantastic. And thank you everyone for the support. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, which is pretty cool as well. The interaction's always, what we're looking for really when we do these videos. Anyways, so this is taken off the Dream Theater's new album, A View from the Top of the World. I'm gonna confess something here. I'm obviously a huge fan of John Petrucci. I've been a big fan of Dream Theater, but I've got a bit of a hot and cold relationship with Dream Theater these days. Probably more on the cold side than on the hot side. I just haven't really been overly enthusiastic about anything they've released, and actually probably dating back to when Mike Portnoy left. Not to take away anything from Mike Mangini, who I think is an incredible drummer. But it's just from a creative point of view, it feels to me that the band has been stagnating for quite some time. And sometimes I do feel for a band that's meant to be progressive, for my take, it could be also I did listen to them a lot, so I will apologize for that. But it just sometimes feels for a progressive label type band, a lot of the stuff that comes out today from Dream Theater actually is very predictable in terms of structures and all that. But anyway, that's just my take, guys. I mean, look, I've been listening to Dream Theater for nearly 30 years now, so there is a bit of obviously familiarity that sort of at some point makes you feel a bit jaded by whatever any of your favorite bands release over time. Anyways, but not to sort of take away from it, I do actually really like this solo. I think it's got some of the best ideas that Petrucci has when he does these kind of very melodic solos mixed up with his with these really fast alternate pick runs as well. Hence why I thought I'd pick this out. The other reason I sort of picked this solo for a lesson is I feel if you're a sort of an intermediate to intermediate kind of level, this is a solo you can actually strive to get down. Because some of his other solos are just ridiculously difficult to play. But this one, I feel there's a reachable goal for a lot of intermediate type guitarists, especially if you've been working on your alternate picking technique. Anyway, without much further ado, let's have a look at the solo. What I'll do is, I know I've done the playthrough separately, but why don't we just have a quick look at the solo again, and then we'll come back and break it down for you. Right, okay, so that was a solo for Invisible Monster. Why don't we now sort of delve into the solo part by part and see what's actually going on, okay? Right, so the solo is actually mostly in G Aeolian. We're in standard tuning for this particular solo. There's a few hints of here and there, especially in one particular part of the G harmonic minor scale that props in there. And there's a little bit of bluesy pentatonic lick as well at one point as well. So let's just go through the parts. We'll go through the first part. I'll play that through very slowly for you, and then we'll break it down for you. Okay, all right, so let's have a look at this first bit. Okay, so this is the bit I'm really digging the solo, especially when Petrucci goes into these kind of very melodic little phrases. I really like this kind of stuff. So let's have a look at what he's actually doing. He's sliding onto the 12th fret of G, so effectively highlighting the root note straight away. 12th fret of G with a vibrato. Then he's hitting the 15th fret of B, and then bending that at full tone back down as well, so releasing it. Then from here, he's hitting the 16th fret of G, and then sliding back down to the 11th. So, and then hitting the 11th fret of G twice. So this is the hint of harmonic minor that I was mentioning about that's propped in here, because we're playing the major 7th of G. Okay? Right, then we're sliding back now onto the 9th fret of G, so hitting an E. And then we're sliding onto the 10th fret of B into the 11th of B. So it's a quick little slides. Right, so. Then from here, we're sliding out of nowhere onto the 15th fret of G. Then going to the 17th of G. Then 15th of B. 16th of B. And then hitting the 17th of G. So let's have a look up to that point, what's going on. Right, then the little last phrase of this first part, it's like an arpeggio of G. So we're on the 15th fret of E. Then we pull off 16, 15 on the B. And then we hit the 17th fret of G. Okay, and that's for me what I consider to be the first phrase, because the next phrase is similar with a little bit of a build up to it. Okay, so let's have a look at that second phrase. Let's play it through first. All right, so let's have a look what's going on here. So we're sliding again onto the 12th fret of G, so starting exactly the same way. Then we're gonna go to the 13th of B and slide up to the 15th. To the 15th of B. Then we're going to begin this sort of harmonic minor little run. Right, so we're starting on the 15th of B, and then hammering on to the 16th of B, then 15th of B, 17th of E, then we're going to go to the 18th of E, then we're going to do a quick sort of trill from the 17th to the 18th of B, then we're going to go back to the 15th of E, hitting the major 7th on the 14th. Then we're going to go down the strings on the B string, going 16, 15. Then we're going to go 16, 15 on the B. Then 17, 15, 14 on the G. And then 17, 15, 14. And then 17, 16 on the D. Yeah, so it goes like this. Okay? And that's for the sort of little second phrase that Petrucci is using in there. Right. At this point, we've got the big first run that comes in. This is the big first alternate pick run. We're gonna take it very slowly. I'm gonna play it very slowly. Then we're gonna break it down as well, very, very slowly. All right, let's have a look. Okay, let's look at this lovely run. So remember, this is all alternate pick, so you've got to be able to practice your alternate picking technique very slowly with the metronome. We're in sextuplets here. And try to alternate pick, but also try to palm mute as well, especially the lower strings. So let's have a look at what's actually going on from here. So we're going to start the first phrase. So we're going 12, 13, 15 on the D, then 12, 14, 15 on the G. Now this is the first difficult point here. You're going to have to move between positions on the same string. You're going to go from here to the 17, 17, 14, 15, 14. Then straight away move your index down to the 12th fret of G, so go. Go 12, 14, 15. So that whole first phrase. So this is something you really have to practice. This is one of the flash points, is when you have to move inside the string. On one string, you have to move between positions, so you have to move your entire hand. So again, one more time. Okay, right. Then the next phrase from here is going to start on the 14th fret of G. So the first climb up is 14, 15, 17 on the G. Then we're going to move diagonally across, because we're crossing the B string, onto the 15th fret of B. We're going to go 15, 16, 18 on the B. Right? Then at this point, you're going to do another switch here, where you're going to get your pinky onto the 20th fret of B. And we're going to go 20, 18, 16 on the B. Then index goes down. These are tricky little bits to do. And you're going to hit it with an upstroke as well. So you're going to go 15, 16, 18. So Now, I would practice the move between the strings as one exercise, and then the moves inside the string on one string as one exercise as well. Once you start getting those, you can start joining up this thing. So really slowly from the top. Right? Okay, now at this point, we're going to do the next run up. We're going to start this time on the 16th of B. So what we're doing is very similar to what we did in the previous string. We're going to go, so we're going to go 16, 18, 20, and then we're going to go 17, 18, 20 on the E. Right? And at this point, you're going to do that little move up with the pinky, and we're going to go to the 22nd. Hopefully, you've got all those frets as well. You should do if you've got 22nd, but it might be a bit tricky to access it, so usually better to play this kind of stuff with the 24 frets. We're going to go... So we're going to go 22nd, 20, 18, 17, 18, 20. And the final note that we're going to play is on the 19th fret of B. So now, how do we know if we played this run correctly? If you land on the 19th of B, the last note of this run with a downstroke, you probably got it right. Okay, so let's have a look at this run very, very slowly again from the top. And one other way to think about this is count it in 6. So... Now, if you notice, I was trying to put an accent on every sort of, after every group of sextuplets so that you can really hear the accents. Okay, so that's for the big run. We spend a lot of time on these. There are 2 big runs in this solo, which is going to take the bulk of your practice if you want to nail this solo down. All right, now let's move on to the next bit, which is the other really fun bit about this solo. So at this point, we're going to enter the territory of very sort of neoclassical kind of playing with pedal tones. So let's have a look at what's happening first, and I'll break it down. Okay, so we're using pedal tones. So for those of you not familiar with pedal tones, it's a very familiar tool in classical music where you basically build a melody by cycling back one particular note. So you keep one note all the time as a sort of as a hook, and then you build an entire melody around that note. Okay, so you keep moving other notes around that, always coming back to that pedal tone. Very, very common classical. Oh, let me make sure that my computer is still, recording. Yep. So it's a very common classical tool. Okay, so let's have a look at this particular pedal tone that we're doing. So we're gonna first hit the 28th fret of B, slide into it after that big run. Then our pedal tone is gonna be the 19th fret of G. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna, after that first 20th fret there, we're gonna go 20th of B, and then hit the 19th of G. Then we're gonna go to the 22nd, then come back every single time on that 20th of G. Then hit the 23rd. So you better have the 24 frets here. Yeah. Then we're gonna go from here onto the 20th of E. So again, then hit again the pedal tone, come back on the 23rd of B, then 22nd of B. Sorry, let me do that again. Let me do that again. Right, so what happens at the end, instead of playing that 20th of B again, you go land straight back on the 17th of G, so to create a different pedal note. So what we're gonna do again, let me show you that slowly. Okay, right, then we're gonna go straight back up to that. We're gonna go back straight back up to play that whole melody again with a slight variation. Right, so what we're gonna do here, let's have a look. We're gonna start on the 19th of B, hit this 19th of G, then go to the 20th. So we're gonna keep going up to the 21st, up to the 23rd actually. So then come all the way back down with the pedal tone and the sort of notes on top onto the 20th of B, and then you finish off this part with the 15th of G. So very slowly this whole bit, okay? So. Okay? So again, do that very, very slowly. Try to hear the melody on top. So always hear those notes on top and then keep bumming back every single time to that sort of pedal tone on the 19th of G. Okay? Right, okay, so the next lick after that pedal tone. So we're moving from neoclassical feel to now a more of a bluesy pentatonic feel. Now this lick, I particularly found it hard to nail it down because he's playing effectively a pentatonic lick, but it's a real finger twister with lots of string movements and all that. So let's try to play this slowly and then we'll break it down. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this. We're going from the 17th of D, then we're going 15, 17, 15 on the hammer pull off on the G. Then we're back on the 17th of D. Then we're on the 15th of G, 15th of G, B, sorry, 17, 15 pull off on the G. Then what we do here, we go 18, 15 on the B pull off, hit the 17th of G. Then we go to the 15th of E and pull off 18, 15 on the B. Then we finish off this run with the 18, 15 pull off on the E and then we hit the 17th of B. And then we stretch our finger to the 20th of E, pull off back on the 15th and then hit that 17th of B again. So. And then we finish with a lovely bend on the 18th fret of E. Now, to finish the next part, we just go down the G minor pentatonic scale. Right, so what we're doing here, we're going 15, going 15 of E, 18, 15 on the B, 17, 15 on the G, and then hit the 17th of D, and then 17th of D, and then finish off with a vibrato on the 17th of G. So, actually, sorry, you go all the way down to the 15th of D. So let me break that down again. Right, so the whole sort of pentatonic passage goes like this again, very slowly, because it's a tricky bit to sort of nail down. Right, and that's for the sort of pentatonic lick of this solo. So it's a great little lesson in looking at how to build a solo using all the kind of stuff that we know. So we got the Aeolian scale or the natural minor scale, that's the predominant scale throughout the whole solo. But then in there we're dropping in the major 7 to bring the harmonic minor scale, and then we bring in sort of good old pentatonic type licks to bring more of a bluesy kind of feel. Okay, right, now comes the final run, which is the big alternate picking run that takes us right till the end of the solo, with a bit of an arpeggio to finish off the entire solo. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the big run. We'll do it slowly and then we'll break it down. Right. Okay. So let's break that down. Okay. So we're starting on the 10th fret of A, and we're going 10. We're just going back and forth, 10, 12, 13, 12, 10, 12, 13. Then we're jumping up to the D string and doing the same thing. Then from here, this is the first tricky little bit. We're going to go up to the 15th of D. So we're going to move up with our pinky on the 15th of D and go 15, 13, 12, 13. And back to the 15th. So. Okay, now at this point we're going to jump up on the G string and pretty much mirror what we've just done. So what we're doing, 12, 14, 15, back and forth. We're going to go 17, then move up to the 17, go 17, 15, 14, 15, 17. Right, so from the top. Okay. Then we're going to jump up to the 15th of B. Do the same movement where we're going 15, 16, 18, 16, 15, 16, 18. Then we're going to move up to our pinky to the 20th, and we're going to do 8, 20, 18, 15, 16. Okay? Then we're gonna go up to the 17th of E. 17th of E, we're gonna go 17, 18, 20. Back and forth twice. Then we're gonna go up to the 22nd and go up 22nd, 28th, 19, 18. Twice. And then finish on a bend on the 22nd. So let's have a look again at that whole big run. Okay, again, my computer seems to be going into, very often into sleep mode. Right, so. Right, and that's where we sort of finish the big run. Now this run is very, very fast, okay? So you need to really sit there with a metronome very, very slowly, watch all the movements you're doing. When you're moving when you're gonna attack from the first string to the second string, you're gonna be attacking with an upstroke. So be very careful to not start going into economy picking mode here. Okay, so you really got to respect all the alternate picking movements. Make sure you're palm muting as well to give it a real sort of machine gun feel. Okay, right. Okay, at this point, let's have a look at the final lick of this solo, and then we'll be done with Invisible Monster. Right, okay, so this little lick, you finished off on the 22nd on that big run. Right, you finished off on the 22nd. Right, this lick, so you finished off, this lick begins after the big run where we finish off on the bend on the 22nd. Then we're gonna do a pull off 2018 on the E. And then do the same thing on the B. Then we're gonna go down on the 2019 on the G with a slide. And then finish on the 15th of G. Then from here, we're gonna go up to the 17th of D, and then 15th of G, and then we're gonna go 16, 15, 16 on the B. Then we're gonna hit the 15th of E, then the 18th of E, with a big bend on the 18th of E, release it slowly, and then finish off on the 17th of E, and that's the final note of the solo. So again, that runs slowly. And that's the entire solo of Invisible Monster. So there's a couple of difficult parts on here. Like I said, you need to work on your alternate picking. If you haven't, this is the time to get your metronome out. Evan Bradley did a fantastic tab version of this as well, so you can check that out as well. I hope this lesson was useful. I'll be coming back with some more lessons on different solos, on techniques and all that. Until then, stay safe and stay metal.